Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the Cyan English. We have Edenov01. Spawn on bottom right side as the Orange Mongols. We have Vashundol. Let's see now, he's going for heavy in the wood. Let's see what he's going for. We got the curl tie, and he's going for an early pasture, which will get him some extra sheep to get we can start out with. This map is a little bit barren for resources. And it's not recast the sheep over to the town center. There we go. Now let's talk about economic benefits. Mongols versus English. Mongols have, of course, access to the Ovo, get a little bit of stone generation for unique upgrades or ×2 units, as well as have no need for housing. Pastures are pretty wood efficient compared to farms. However, English farms are half price, which makes it even more efficient. The pastures become less efficient as you start getting more economic tax. We do now the Abbey Kings being pulled on the field, which is actually the rare of the two initial landmarks for the English. This will allow them to pull the king, as well as get a bit of a health aura regen. The king is, compared to a knight, a little bit weaker, honestly. Do not have the silver tree now being pulled on the field. The trade post is not exactly the most ideal spot. It's not the corner, so going for max out trade is going a little bit harder. He could perhaps put the silver tree way up here. And maybe better to go up there to be a little bit closer to his opponent's base. Actually, no. Now think about it. As opposed to hitting the trade right there or hitting the trade right here, that's about equal distance. A little bit longer this way than this way, so a little bit closer, but maybe worth it. Silver tree's now being pulled on, has been pulled on the field. Got the king out on the field as well. Got some sheep being brought on home. His opponent hasn't claimed a whole lot of sheep, so Orange does have that advantage. The king will find the Khan. The Khan will give the king a chase. The Khan does move at 1.62 tiles per second, as the king does move slightly past at 1.69. And looks like the English players eyeing for a second town center early on, which could be good to go for the silver trees trade early on to be a counterpart. We now have a stable here, and he should be able, he will be able to afford 2 ×2 Keshiks. Right now he's queued up 1. He can actually queue up the other one right now as well if he so chooses. Villager queue is queued. Has 5 villagers on this gold deposit, so there's enough space. Oh, he's not paying attention all too well. Luckily, he's not fighting against the French, where they have the charge bonus attack, or charge swipes after charge to get 1-2 swipe and kill off a villager. The wounded villager is just being brought, taken off the line. Very nice. He is going for arrow slits there, which will increase the range, as well as put a primary arrow that gets some extra damage onto the king. ×2 Keshiks will be more than enough to take on the king. Keshiks right now are moving at much higher speed since they are in the charge attack. And the king is going to be engaging the Keshiks in point blank range. The Keshiks do move faster than the king. You have the silver tree now being planted on the field, and he may want to pull it off the traders, or at least not get them moving just yet, because he's going to get spotted. And when someone spots that, he can just start pushing forward with some units down there. The scout will spot the trader now. Maybe I'm just split up some of these deer there. Keshik and King will be fighting out. Keshik does get health per swipe. The king has 16 damage. The Keshik has 15 damage. The king does have 1 less hack armor and pierce armor, so the damage is basically equal in comparison when you calculate the armor. The king does have more health, and attack speed is 2.38. The Keshiks does have a higher attack speed, significantly higher attack speed. Let's take out the trader there. Very nice. Now the king's will be falling back. The king may go down here. The Khan does go down as well. If the Khan would have been over here to get a speed arrow, it would be easier to pursue. Actually, the Keshiks can only move at 1.62 as well. The king does actually move faster. I just had a view of the combat sprint. It does get a little charge attack there. You got a single spearman here, which will do some good damage to the Keshiks, but they can gauge single spearman like that. You now have a wood chopping axe and wheelbarrow there. Now it looks like Orange Iron claims some forest puffers. This one actually probably a little bit better to claim forest puffers with, since you can blow the outpost nearby, improving the movement speed of those traders for a brief moment in time. Or not so brief, really. Sheep's making his way home, but getting caught up in the tree. After all, sheep and trees are natural enemies, right? Another trader deployed in the field. Scale can't do much versus it. Does have a handful of spearmen here. He's going to try to harass the trade once again. Very nice. His opponent is on deploy some archers. He does have 2 archers in the field. I'm not sure where they're currently at. You have this outpost next to this trade node, and that's whooped by the Yell network as well. Wheelbarrow for the Mongols. X-Chicks are roaming around. Of course, they're a little bit blind without that Khan near them. Keshik needs to start engaging that king, not the scout. Does get a charge attack there. King's trying to get some hits onto that trader. He's actually being pretty successful. This Keshik does not interrupt the movement there. Does get some more damage around the king. The king is quite healthy. One more strike and that trader does go down. Having trouble keeping up next to the Yalm network. And the king is now falling back. Of course, it's inherently higher movement speed there. They got the charge attack now. Will he get the charge attack actually off? And yes, he does. Oh, villager going down. Good number of spear in this region. Archers do have a bit of health to work with. They need to get some arrows off. Keshik does go down. Takes out one of the spearmen there. Very good. Another spearman goes down. Right now, Cyan does have more villagers than his opponent. Does get a spear brace there. We'll see quite a bit of damage on the Keshik. Spearman does go down there. Keshik does go down. Cyan's harassment's been pretty good, but right now, since he got disorganized and being picked up 1 time, he's starting to be quickly smited. English players now eyeing for some forest puffers. He has 16 villagers here. That's quite a bit. He could all probably claim this and maybe boar somewhere. Yeah, boars right here. What a boar. You could take time, take these Keshiks and start swiping boar and get it killed off so you can always collect it up later. That's what I like to do. I like to use my Keshiks to take on the boar because the boar does minimal damage versus Keshiks and it does some decent damage. The Keshiks are able to quickly kill it off so the villagers can always roll up on it later and start collecting its juicy meat. King, Scout, and Spearman push way forward. He does spot this force here, the Khan and his force. Sounds like he got a charge attack, but also didn't appear to be. The Mongol player can always go for Spearman himself. Spearmen are of course equal. He actually did get the improved wheelbarrow upgrade. I disagree in going for improved wheelbarrow. Improved wheelbarrow costs 200 stone for +2 carrying capacity. That is just not worth it. Oh, these villagers being misrallied there. Now they're getting really hit really bad. He's going for the arrow now. The king does go down, so those focus down first and not the spearman. Focus on the spearman first would have been better. So right now he's losing a large number of Keshiks. Very poor control there by the Mongol player. Now his opponent's going for some horsemen to engage those archers as well. That was a very poor control there by the Mongol player. He's needing to get some of these traders inside these outposts now. He's starting to get some arrow slits. You get the traders inside the outpost to keep them safe. Horsemen are now advancing forward. Village trying to get inside the tower now. Takes out one of the horsemen there. Spearman receiving some hits here as well. Spearman does not go down. Got more Keshiks being put on the field, as well as some more archers. Let's see, currently there's right now 11 traders on the field, which means he does get additional food and wood, which is very good. Does get a great spear brace there. Archer and Khan gain some good damage there on one of the spearmen. Of course, losing Keshiks like that's not great. Keshiks do cost 200. And Exotic Dog using fights there. We've got villagers trying to pull up outposts here. There's not enough escort here. These horsemen will be able to take the archers, no problem. Keshiks need to focus down these spearmen. Once he can take out the spearmen, then the Keshiks engage openly against these horsemen. These traders need to just be pulled off the line there. We've got some early horsemen pulled on the field as well. That may have been a misrally or miscue. Got this outpost not garrison up. Taking out these horsemen there. Keshiks can easily deal with the outpost. They have good pierce armor. Doesn't get any additional pierce armor at the moment, nor has one's got any pierce damage. I'm not sure what's inside the outpost at the moment. Archers need to stop shooting the outpost there. Keshiks getting some good hits there, but being hit significantly by those spearmen. Spearmen being picked off one at a time. They're just not here in good numbers. King does go down once again. He himself costs 200. Compared to Keshiks, he's very cost effective, but you can only employ one of them. And now Keshiks coming forward, trying to torch it down. The archers may want to stay back and perhaps maybe hit that horseman instead. The horseman does go down to the tower. Archers need to focus on those spearmen. Keshiks need to focus on the outposts. Decide to quickly focus on the spearmen is probably a good idea. And now the outpost is set ablaze. There was villagers inside of it, right? That's going to be a lot of dead villagers. Ooh. Of course, no, the civilian count's actually very similar. His opponent's going for the white tower and defensive position. We have the next age. The Mongol player has enough gold to go to the next age, needs a lot more food. And threw away a bit too many Keshiks there to those spearmen. If you feel like they're going to be a neutral, if you want to engage Keshiks like that, do not charge. Move order and then get close and so they can start swiping the swords and not get the spear brace. Stein does lose that force there, signs down 2 military units. Orange has a plenty sized military force. Now it's going for the survival techniques. Not the improved one. He should actually take out the boar of his Keshiks and get it collecting as well. You have some knights in the field. The spearmen will be adequate. You know they're aged down. They still will be adequate versus those knights. Spearman needs to push on for attack. If they get spear braces there, then the Keshiks can reasonably gauge the knights. Right now, these knights are small enough force. He should be able to win out. Now the knight's going to go straight for the trade line. Orange should have attacked that. The king, I'm not sure how the king affects with attacks up. He does get +1/+1 armor, which appears to be related to the age up itself. It does have a bit more attack to work with. Only +1 that was from the blacksmith. Yep, and now his traders can go down. He knew those forces were there. That was poor decision making. He may not take out that trader there. Roll tie not going on up. Trader's now going to be hit significantly. He knows that force is there. He should be engaging. He can't be losing traders like this. His opponent also needs to just pull out more spearmen. Spearmen will be useful will be very useful in this engagement. And plus, if one pulls out more spearmen on his own, they'll still be reasonable. His opponent's now eyeing for the man-at-arms. Man-at-arms starting to transition to some man-at-arms. Probably should get armor-clad and some more armor as well. Takes out another trader there very quickly. He does have this level 3 trade to the Silk Road. Now here, a couple of those knights are pushing way forward. We'll find some of these exposed villagers. Receive a very good charge attack there. Needs to get inside the town center. We know the knights and Keshiks went down there. More exposed villagers here. The knights have 6 pierce armor, and the town center arrows are doing 6 damage each, so it would be minimal. Losing a good number of these villagers is a bit of a problem. Some of these knights are starting to go down to the spearmen. Does get some crossbows in the field, but he's losing a large number of these spearmen. Oof. More Keshiks moving forward field. Now they're veteran Keshiks, so they'll be a bit more effective. Plus the nearby Kurultai to get a bit extra damage to work with. And these crossbows in small numbers, especially the bonus damage with the Kurultai, will make them hit even harder against these knights. I got some man arms here. Crossbows will still be very useful, and he needs to stop. He needs to just keep some spearmen along. He just needs to keep a spearman here, and then just going for. And if his opponent is out knights and man at arms, then Keshik crossbow will be an excellent combination. But relieve what's remaining of spearmen right there, and just move forward. Keep a garrison there. You have no walls and no way to protect your trade. Just keep a garrison there. We got a large number of outposts here for more storage space for his villagers. He could go for more pierce damage on his from the blacksmith, which will improve the defensive arrows. If he gets both his pierce damage, they will do 2 damage versus the knights for just 1, so it makes it a bit more reasonable. Science picked up this relic, very nice. We got a good number of spring golds here. I think people rely on the spring gold replacements a little bit too much. They do some damage, but not a whole lot. It is going for the Yam network. You have to go get Imperial Age to improve Yam network for some odd reason. It just simply allows traders to get health regen, which I don't know why that requires Imperial Age. The health regen or aura effect, it's okay. It's not like it's armor like some other benefits, which are Imperial Age stuff. We have an outpost trying to be put up by Sign there. Right now, Sign has a pretty sizable force here. Orange doesn't have his old force here. He is needing some more crossbows. More spearmen there. Can always go for more spearmen. Right now, they are veteran spearmen. I say don't worry about veteran archer research. Whatever archers have, you're going to have to try to micro them and hit the longbows. That's all they're going to be useful. Kurultai's been set up in this region. Not in a perfect spot. Maybe decent, though. Starting to engage. Keshiks now pushing forward. Does pack up the Kurultai. Does use the fence arrow there. I wonder if he has the improved arrow research. He does not. King does go down. Knights being picked on off. Does get the Kurultai here, giving some much needed damage increase. Will actually make these archers not really that more effective. And now he's pushing forward. He does have a network of citadels, so he needs to fall back. He can't get too far away from Kurultai. He needs extra bonus damage here. The archers got split up as well. He needs a lot of health regen as well. Right now these guys are quite wounded, and he needs to quickly torch down that tower there. Does torch it down. We'll be able to get some extra resources here, about 150 resources, which is nice, but nothing too significant. Kurultai's been redeployed there. Where's the Ovo currently located? It's located over here. Was another... What's it called? The boy's out another blacksmith over there. I would still say he should still go for whistling arrows. Spearman needs to go around, turn around. Crossbows in there. Archers may just want to be mainly task order to hit those longbow. At this point in time, they're not going to do much. Kurultai having trouble redeploying. That man at arms is going to stop the Kurultai from being redeployed. It will maintain the minimum range for the... It has to fall into Kurultai. It is not fun to move around. None of the structures are fun to move around. Even Gears, the economic landmark, is horrendous to move around. Kurultai has not been redeployed just yet. Going for it right there. Going for a backline, needs some reinforcements. And this is why I prefer the Kurultai as defensive or siege camp. Not be aggressive like this. The Kurultai can be excellent, don't get me wrong. It's just a single man-at-arms stopped the Kurultai from being used. If you know how they improve siege engineers there, very good. And also Maganel will be very deadly here. Now he's going to be trying to... The King's getting good health benefits there, that's very good. And now he's going to be hitting the trade once again. Outpost does draw some fire there, buying some time. He's trying to go for a Maganel here. He's going to need to task away some of these traders. Just get them, say, right there and over there. Stop the traders from being in this area. We have to save these traders, but now a good number of them will go down. Finds a bit of reinforcements there. Does get one Maganel Kurultai being packed on up. Deploying it right there would probably be good. And how many traders go down? Ugh. Kurultai has been deployed. That was causing some big issues last engagement, which probably lost in that fight. Now he has the Maganel with the damage benefits of the Kurultai. Crossbows need to start hitting these horsemen. Now the Maganel getting hit significantly. Does get the horseman there. Does receive health regen from the Kurultai. It's now out of the range of the Kurultai. Man-at-arms now trying to finish off the Maganel. Finds a small hit there outside the rate of the Maganel, so doesn't get the bonus damage nor the health regen. Crossbows will have to hold the line to save the Maganel. He does have armored clad. Doesn't have, has pierce armor, not the hack armor at the moment. Crossbows pointing forward, it's not exactly a good item versus the longbows. Rolls a pretty sizable miss there. And now we can have some of these villagers being plotted there. Now castles are plotted on the field. Maganel knocking some health regen. And River Spearman not being plotted on the field. Not really getting good hits there, honestly. Trying to overrun the Maganel once again. It is still very wounded. The Maganel does go down to the man-at-arms. And these longbowmen are going to rip apart these crossbows. He needs more Keshiks. And more Keshiks on the field now. Right now, the English economy is just going strong. He has all his farming up, while the trade's been constantly hit. Keshiks are going to get some good health regen here. We've now got forward infrastructure being plotted field, a siege workshop. Some man-at-arms being plotted in field, which they do have only one hack arm at the moment. But thanks to nearby Kurultai, they get some good damage and healing. Crossbows just being focused down. And the Mongol armor is simply not here in large enough force, and he will go down. He does surrender now. This is Anagrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.